Sorry. I'm sorry. Shit. I did not realize I just turned on the. I just got off the stream. I must have pressed something. But yeah, that's the most ridiculously awkward way to start out. Sorry about that. But yeah, we're here. I don't know if I'm here. I don't know if everyone else here. Hopefully there'll be more people. I mean, I did say it was 7:30. I do apologize for being late. Time just passed by, and the moment I figured it was 1:30, I was not ready. I was not quite ready. I was actually trying to do a write-up. I was doing a bit of a write-up regarding a show I watched earlier. I'm pretty sure you know what that is. And I cannot finish, and I was trying to, and it was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold off until after this. But yeah, I'm here. And we're back with Arknights. It's gonna be episode 4 of season 2. It's 12 in total, of course. But yeah, we're back, and it's kind of colder now, which is kind of good and also bad as well. So yeah, last time we got a bit of a focus on Chen, and as you can see, while it may not look like a lot happens, what I do like is how Chen's values about Chen's values, like how she is tested, and how she has to feel like she has to pick up that responsibility, but at the same time how she values her life less than her comrades. I think that's the gist I'm getting. Is while I understand how admirable it is, it's also very ill-advised, and I'm glad Swire and Hoshiguma basically had to remind her that what she was doing is not the most level-headed thing to consider. So there was also this little subplot regarding one of Hoshiguma's former gang members, from what I was told, and while the character himself was not particularly important by himself, it wasn't particularly important. I think we discussed it before. It highlights how difficult the situation with the infected are. Like, if you cannot get into a certain position, like you're just gonna be basically weeded out, and you're not gonna fare off as well. That was the only thing he had, and he knew he didn't have much time left, so he wanted to spend as much time as possible. Too bad he pretty much died in the line of duty when everything is said and done. Is the chat working, by the way? I hope. I hope the stream itself is visible. I posted. I actually set this up way earlier, so I think it should be fine. So I'm being told I know there's also some details from this that, like, this used to be Lungmen used to be quite a society, quite a vibrant society. Now it's just kind of ruins. And there was that really funny part with Swan, like Chen just kind of cussing out in Cantonese, which is one of the most hilarious things I saw that day, because I mentioned it before. I remember, like, I don't speak Cantonese, but my parents do, and my sister does too, and my brother do to an extent. I chose not to be really speaking in such, because it's because I don't really find it comfortable to switch up between what's Mandarin, what's Cantonese, you know, what's the usual, and then what's the not so typical. So the picture frame, yeah, the picture frame. Oh boy, I was about to get to that, by the way. So the reveal that Chen and Talulah were very close to one another. What was that divide? Okay, so I do not believe they're blood related. I believe they may have been like, you know, step siblings to where like they were both adopted in one way or another. Or maybe there's some sort of some sort of complex bloodline I don't even know about. That was like a very just an unusually casual reveal right there. And I mean, but we kind of had a feeling that it would get to that point because of how Chen would reacted whenever Talulah is made relevant, whether she's mentioned by as Anya was using the name as a bargaining chip back in season 1, and then when she saw a glimpse of what she thinks is what she saw her earlier in the season. I think it was like it was episode 1. Like, yeah, it was episode 1. Ding ding, go far. Let's just go fuck off. Yeah, literally. The funny thing is, I watched. This is not the only part where I've been just exposed to these. I used to watch, like those old Master Q sort of movies. Like, it's called Lao Hu. That's how we pronounce it. And that anime movie that I was watching, they were speaking. I knew there was some swearing in Cantonese. The subtitles don't say shit, but even the subtitles, as barely visible as they were, it was an old movie. We were watching it on a cassette, right? And some of the stuff they say, and you know they're saying insults. It's the funniest shit ever, because the way not just because of how the pronunciation sounds, but the tone of voice that comes with it, the accent that comes with it. That's what makes it really amusing. But yeah, going back to Chen and Talulah, like. Yeah, I would have, and Zeno in the server. Zeno in the Discord server did discuss this. Like, there has to be some sort of divide that was caused by their social perspectives. Like, Chen believes in this, Talulah believes in other this, and those differing views clash, and then they just separated. Whereas Chen was, whereas Talulah's views were more in correlation with reunion, while Chen's views are more in correlation with, Lungmen and to an extent Rhode Island. They should have translated to Cantonese. Those who would get it would understand, others don't. Oh yeah, that's true. I actually took a look at the Chinese dub. It was hilarious. Like that shit was so super fluent too. Surprisingly so. That Cantonese dub is the last thing I was gonna expect. Well, by all means. I don't know if in the original Japanese have it to where the Japanese themselves were trying to say the Cantonese words. I'm not sure, or if they just suddenly changed the voice actors there, but. If it was the former, they gave it a good try. They gave it a good try. And probably the subbers themselves were confused. Like, what the fuck are they saying? But yeah, that's something. And so we leave that episode off. I know I want to talk more about Touin, but I think I've said as much as I need at the moment. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more when those two eventually meet at some point. I don't know if it's today. I don't know if it's this episode or the one or the next one. I mean, it could be even like a while later. I don't know. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of boring the chat a bit. It was an awkward way to start. I wish I could. I actually just fucked up because I wasn't paying attention to the passage of time, like free ran. Not at that level she does, but to a slightly comparable extent. Because for me, weeks, days, weeks pass by like they're fucking seconds, minutes. So that's on me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, but yeah, I'm just go ahead and get to this now. So, all right, and I heard this was gonna be like they're gonna start this confrontation, and I saw the new trailer for what's gonna happen. I am looking forward to this. I hope it was a good episode. I don't know if anyone else watched it, but I hope this was a good episode. I hope they pulled off some stuff right. I hope they didn't like. Was there anything important missing that might have like should have given more context to a particular scene? I think it'll be great, but yeah, let's see how this goes. So, episode 4 in 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. All right. Great attack. Oh yeah, it's a guy from before. Was that before the whole raid started? Or no? There's 2 moons? I just forgot that this world literally has 2 moons. I know you're lurking, Terso. I see you. So, switching between I think like okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm thinking okay, one real moon, the other one I'm pretty sure is something else. I swear. Like I swear if it's that if that is that same shit they pulled in Akudama Drive where there was a fake moon but because the real moon got fucking destroyed, blown to bits. That feels like a trap. This feels like a setup. Okay, I think that's during the whole that's during the not before the attack. Oh dear. Okay, this is not this literally fucking Mayuri's zombie army again. He's just fucking wait. I. Uh, I mean, if it's anybody, she can take. It's like I'm the bare. She's like I'm the bare minimum. But then it also goes back to like she would carelessly throw her life away to save others. He doesn't. He wasn't even look. He wasn't even that bothered by just seeing his goons just get cut down. Oh, he. Oh, she sensed that, or she just had, or maybe she just has quick reactions. Oh, that's okay. Now I know why he's named Memphis though. He was the one that was doing it. Oh wow, that's a nice smoke effect. Oh shit, fucking undead. So she let them get killed on purpose, so he can do that. Oh the orth the orthopathic infection just kind of took over. Oh fuck. Fuck, what in the Left for Dead is this? Oh god, it's like one of those fucking zombie apocalypse games you play. But I had enough of the zombie armies back with Bleach. Now here again. It's glowing there. Well, that's the okay. That's the other sword she has not used. I don't think she's used that one before. What the fuck? What was that? Well, whatever it did, that didn't do enough. That didn't do anything. There's just is there a special? Okay, so that Zord is definitely no wonder why she never used it till now. I wonder if there's a. Wait, I wonder if that's like a sword where she has to make some sort of like maybe a oath or a sacrifice or something in order to use it because she wasn't even able to pull it out all the way. Oh, I'm gonna get here. Oh, okay. She's an LP. Looks like she got about to cause trouble. Oh, nice smoke screen. She didn't trust Chen. Just trying to follow what she said earlier. That's why she said. That's why she called the others. I'll look at the explanation for for whatever that sword is. I don't know if it needs to be told now or later. But she got a chainsaw? Wait, hold up. Is that a chainsaw? Oh no. Oh, at least she could still use it to some extent. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Oh, they didn't want to be controlled like that. That that he was counting on like that diversion to be able to single out Chan like that. That's why he's like, why did it fail? Why is Rhode Island here? Oh shit. I, I don't think I have a full grasp on what Faust's powers are. I really need to know what the hell is up with that sword. Oh damn, that's the oh god, not the World Trade Center. Oh, okay. I want to know how Ami was able to get. I want to know how Ami was able to rendezvous. I wonder if that was skipped. Or are they going to explain that later? She probably was able to get she was probably able to catch up before Frost Nova was able to find her again. I think that's what happened. Where like wow. I don't know. Okay, so I figured it'd have to be. Well, yeah, they're not exactly on complete mutual agreements, but it's kind of like it's kind of like a how to say this? It's like a non-aggression pact of sorts. I'm not saying I'm not saying like they're not friends and all. It's just that we got some people on our sides like that don't have the same sort of ideas or thought process as others. Because I mean, she did. I mean, she did save her ass. There's something about how Metacloak this and yet peaceful that music that was playing, even though this just feels like just another idle conversation. Because maybe it's more like Chin thinking like, yeah, I'm still amazed I'm here. I probably would have been dead in another if this went another way. Completed in one day. Is it because of what? Does it have to do with the that character that Wei is with right now? The one with the one that is red, and red has that little like weird design. Let's see what's up here. Still trying to reach out for other. What? Oh, that. What? She. Okay. Is that what? Maybe. So some. So I still think the whole idea is. I took off the micro because I want to have a little bit of a clear head to try to discuss this. So what initially is the reason that what they were talking about and it has to do with what happened back then with Chen and Talulah. Like, was that the reason for the fallout? Was that the is there a particular grudge that Talulah has against Lungman that caused her to include attacking Lungman into their plans? I don't want to draw these conclusions too early. There's just a lot to think. This episode was confusing, but also in a good way. As for the confrontation with Mephisto, um, I think I'm not so sure. Yeah, those are those zombie parts. It was a. I don't think it was meant to be something particularly epic, but it was very disturbing. I was thinking he would have what I felt like that should have been a bigger army though. Maybe he was just that confident to where you think, oh, I just need this much. Um, yes, elite operators are so damn strong that 3 or 4 of them enough to take down Lungman within a day. The final war drop. Oh Lord, so what were they discussing? Was it about that or maybe the daddy figure for Chantua? Like, was that where the divide was caused? Was sorry, I didn't call it the time. Was that where the divide between those two? Because I've already stated before, they seem really on good terms. Like even Best Buddy, like probably were having sharing all these pinky promises, whatever you call it. But now, like, if they're gonna meet up now, they'll be at each other's throat. Like, what happened? What caused Touin to do that? I don't think it's been explained why, but I have to feel like maybe it's some sort of political disagreement with Lungmen and Ursus, or is... Hold on. Good lord. Good lord. Like, the fact that this episode... I like that because the episode isn't so focused, isn't trying to prioritize action. Well, the flames, but the flames from whatever the hell that sword was, that was cool. That was pretty cool. I actually like that the flames are actually, how they designed the flames there, like some of the effects. But thank God they don't use CG effects for the fire and the smoke. They actually went out of their ways to draw that shit, and it's great. It makes the scenes look authentic. Now, because the team behind this don't have any, they don't have any, those big name animators you keep seeing on other shows. They won't have those explosive moments. Well, not at the moment, not yet. Maybe later. Who knows? We can only speculate. Well, thank you for not spoiling me, guys. That's the real deal. I have no clue. Not a thing. Well, okay, maybe maybe a hint or whatnot, but there's something about what Touin says. Maybe like Touin is like so seemingly bent on destroying Lungmen and one destroy. Maybe because like her previous statement, maybe it wasn't like I figured it would be more directed toward Amiya and her ideals in general, but I feel like that her sort of statements would be aimed toward the ones towards what might have wronged her, or maybe like what she disagrees with, or maybe that it is the case, but Lungmen is just part of it. It's just one of her targets. And I feel like Chen was probably raised in a situation where she wasn't viewing. She obviously wasn't viewing, like she probably was like. I don't know who's older or younger here. I don't think we're told a particular age for both of them yet. I mean, unless if I miss Chen's, but I would feel like Chen's is at least like near an adult age or something. Well, for whatever the rate, or for whatever she belongs in. I'm not so sure if there was a name for Mephisto's sort of art. I think it's an art. I don't know. I don't think she was given. I don't think I heard the name for it. But yeah, it seemed more like a casting spell of sorts. Because I mean, like, I would have to think her, and then who's the other character? I think I heard it before. Her name is called I think her name, like the one with the chainsaw. I think her name was called Blaze. I think I actually saw. Hold on. Let me see if I was right. What was her name? Blaze. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Birthday undisclosed, of course. She's a staple. Command by her. She's a staple for when battles get tough. She is very skilled for sure. She was able to smoke out those snipers that were being hit by the. I don't know if it was like technology or if that was the arts as well. I think it's more like. I think it maybe has to tie in with false ability, because like he seems to be the one that was seemingly part of Mephisto's plan to try to take Chen out. What do you mean by What do you say? Final review: the action in the center was undersold. I do. Well, I do think the action could have been a bit better. I do feel like when I think Arknights anime's weakness is not trying to be more emphasis on the action, on some of the action scenes as they should. That's a legitimate criticism. I'm not saying they can't show points where it's a lot of tension going into things. I do think it was because it was not something as like a big confrontation. I don't want to use this whole thing with priority and such, but like I'm also not really sure if trying to emphasize it would have made this part necessarily better, because at least they got it across that they had Chen cornered. And there's also the case where like she was put at a disadvantage, where like if she tries to keep killing those reunion soldiers who just got resurrected by that zombieifying magic, I don't think they would really do. I didn't expect them to do so much with that. I would have expected to where we would just see them more ablaze, but it's fine. I mean, they did. I think it was enough. But I do agree that it could have been depicted a lot better. I'm not saying they can't do high octane action. I feel like maybe their choice, like episode 2's action was actually done very well, but it was more in cause because of like the tension, regarding the tension because of whom Ami and Ko were facing, Frost Nova, whose power is not something to sneeze at. I don't know if that means she's stronger than Chen, or she's about as strong as Talulah. The way Frost Nova has been depicted, I feel like she is at least like one of the strong. And then there's also the patriarch with whom she is associated with as a daughter. I'm not so sure if it's like a biological. I was expecting Blaze to run in, whip and tear those zombies. Let me see. I want to go back to that part first. I mean, she did make a big. She did create a big. She did break the fucking floor. So there's something. As for actual combat, yeah, I can see where that is kind of a letdown, for sure. Because like because I didn't feel like there was as much tension as there should have been. But maybe that's not what it's supposed to feel like, or maybe they decided that this wasn't. Maybe they decided that if they have to try to hurry things up. I don't know how this was paced, by the way. Are they gonna go back? I don't know. Based on what it says, I don't know if they're gonna go back to how Amiya was able to rendezvous, or if that was just like or if simply she was just able to get away. She was able to go over there without Frost Nova finding her again. I'm not so sure on what happened on that regard. So my apologies if it's a bit confusing, and I won't hold it against the team. I won't hold it against the director, whoever. I mean, they're literally the ones that I'm pretty sure like has the biggest ties to story, and probably made the decision of like, yeah, we're just gonna go with yeah, we're just gonna go with that because we don't have much of that in terms of our resources. I mean, he still made the certain moments look great. I have nothing against that. Now, of course, criticism, as a lot of people would say, comes down to like when the actual conflict happens, can they make it high octane? Because even with episode 2, I felt like it could have been even better. And I do hope that they can improve, that the staff can improve on that, like at least recognize where, like maybe some sort of feedback of sorts. I mean, I don't know. They may have already completed these episodes, and probably there's no turning back. It was mentioned in source material as Ami got away at the, as how it was mentioned in source material as to how Ami got away in this moment. They skipped it. So the only chance they would be able to get is, at least they would probably flash back to how Anya got away. I'm not entirely sure. Unless I wonder if chapter 6 had that explanation, or did chapter 5 have it to where where they showed Amir being able to get away. Because I knew, because I have to because my expectations was where Chen had to face this all on her own, and Anya had to face No Frost Nova again all on her own. That was the impression I got, and while I'm a little I am disappointed that it didn't turn out that way. But I figured that it was a choice of where the conflict maybe just pushed maybe to the very end of the season, where things would be a little bit more ahead. I think the action will try to at least make it more intense in the next episode. The next episodes, depending on what's covered, they have to, when Anya and Frost Nova are obviously gonna face off again, that has to be emphasized a lot. And I mean, I don't want it to the point where they emphasize on that, but they skip out on everything else. They mentioned it wasn't shown, so it was a line they skipped. The next episode will be chapter 6. Next episode will probably show the events of how they escaped. I mean, that's the hope I have. It was the show was doing exceptionally well up to this point, to where I legitimately got confused, as to how Amir was able to get back. But again, I still think that it's more of the lines of where she just went straight forward to help Jan, as soon as she got the message. But it probably took her time because of having to avoid Frost Nova. But it does help that they should have. I'm actually kind of, now that you tell me that it was only mentioned and not shown in the game, that kind of troubles me, because I was under the impression when I heard it was skipped that they actually showed them. They actually physically showed how they were able to reunite. How they were able to get away and get here from point A to point B. But no, hearing in game that it was just mentioned is kind of, I don't know. It's kind of also disappointing me as well. Maybe the case is where. So maybe the case is where random guardians would say they'll probably show it. They would probably actually show how they got away in episode 6. I don't know. I would have to check out the preview next Monday to find out if that's true. But I don't know. But we're only 4 episodes left though. So and I heard episode 6 is chapter 6 is gonna need at least 4 episodes. So it's gonna be a squeeze to find out to put in that segment if they could. I think they can do it, but will they have thought about doing it? Because that's like forget the action and all. The bugaboo is where the bugaboo for the moment it's a bugaboo is like how she was able to bail out Chen. The episode was still good. It was not like, even for someone like me, like it was kind of confusing at first, but I liked how it gets you immersed into things. It's just like, wait, this is an obvious trap and all, and then Memphis was obviously trying to use that to try to corner Chen. And there's also, we get the notion of like, what is this weapon? Did it get entrusted to her by someone? Did it have something to do with Touin herself? Like, I'm gonna call it and say she's not able to use that sword until she faces someone like Touin, and then maybe like because of the conditions at hand, like her life is actually in danger, or maybe she needs to declare something or do this and that because of whom she's facing. She'll be able to use it. I don't know if depending if she even is able to use it at all within the story. Because I only see her use her normal sword. She has to. I remember when she was, I think she was first revealed. I think it's season 1. I was expecting her to dual wield. I was expecting her to dual wield, and it would be literally just like fucking Ichigo after he realized his true self, to where he'd be dual blading all the fucking time. And that's the gist, but unfortunately we didn't get it. I'm actually happy that it is, because just like that sword is something. I'm not so sure about the design though. Not the design is not bad though. I mean, the lock for it is just like, how y'all do that? And then like, even if she's unable to unsheath it, she's still able to use its powers to some extent. She was able to fire off some sort of flames and such, or she was just holding it in the sheath and just attack and just firing it off with the sheath in like. They will definitely show it. This is where we get backstory for Frost Nova that is impossible to skip. Players would murder your stars to skip. This is the best part of chapter 6. They better, from what I mean, Frost Nova is already making a case where like we need to know her more, because this is literally a story arc around her. It's literally Perish in Frost. If we don't get a backstory on the character, that we're having focus on, that is a fucking shame. That would be a fucking shame, and your story should not be a studio anymore. If they cannot capitalize on it in one, like, it doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be done in a way that makes sense with what this whole season is going to be about, especially with how the official trailer was. And for anyone who saw that next official trailer, there was this one moment where I don't know if it was within the same sequence. She was facing off Amiya, and she had that really stern look, but then it kind of changes up, and then she put her hand to her chest, like, oh, like it said something of like this probably on her last. She's probably going to be like on her last gasp or something. So having context to even just that, to like why she would be acting like that, It needs to be there. Of course, it's not just a given. It has to happen. It's like an energy burst. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Chen used to store like a staff to channel arts, but she failed. Where was okay, it reminds me of that shit with beat the Vandal Buster. Well, at least the Zora sign was. Hold on, let me see. Hold on just a sec. So I can't help but be reminded. Hold on, there's this like so I mean I can't help like there was this one sword she has like where I think Beat had this sort of thing where he had to do something with the sword in order to in order to be able to use it to its full capacity. But yeah. The thing is, Arknights is all about depression. If it can't it needs to capitalize on depression. If it doesn't do that, that's again, I've said this before. It would be a shame if they did not cover it. Yeah, Christmas. That I do agree that this is the weakest episode. I don't know how to feel about episode 4. Episode 3. It was just kind of a transition. I do. Maybe I was hoping too much on the confrontation with Chen and Talulah, and maybe that is something that is going to be waited on. I know it's going to happen because I know it's going to happen though, and like. With what we got the drop here, with Touin basically, seemingly killing what I might think is a father figure. Hold on. If we had lost, you would be the one sitting here. This one, that character says. So it may have something to relate to how he's here, but someone else isn't, and why they're in this sort of weird situation. And the one he was bit before, which I think is hold on, what's the name? The Duke of Cascade. I don't know, no name, no actual name, just title. And I feel like that was the one that was used to take care of Touin when she was young. Hold on. Did you see the shadow in her? Yeah, but he's already dead. So my impression for now is that Touin killed the former Duke. If I get proven wrong, it's whatever. It just brings more mission. Like, what happened? Like. Okay, so yeah, Touin probably killed him, but for what was the purpose? Like, was it killed because told her to, or like was it because like she didn't agree? What was it? Again, Chris, like I do agree that the episode itself, like this episode itself was weak in terms of the in terms of the action, I feel like that was weak. In terms of the content that we do get, I don't think it's that weak. Because you just casually just drop this, Talulah was associated with the one was a lot more associated with Lungmen and Ursus than I thought she was. Like, it's not just Chen, like there is even more to that. Like, while Chen stayed behind with Lungmen and is now under Wei's sort of supervision, and Touin is now basically a renegade, part of a renegade, which is a reunion, and she is strong as shit. And she's literally a dangerous, like she's literally like just a threat, like like she could be acting to a threat to the whole world itself in this way. But I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't have a whole lot of context behind it, but will they? Will they? Is there a chance they? I don't think they will. Is there some chance that maybe in the later seasons we're gonna get a flashback of what happened? Because I feel like we're only gonna get teased by it. We're not, because yes, there is a case with Chen and Talulah's relationship, their backstory, but we also gotta worry about Frost Novas. So unfortunately, as much as I harp over it, I don't think I'm gonna get enough answers for it. Answers for it in this season. Like maybe in another season if Yostar is up for it. I'm sure they'll be up for it. Yeah, the action is definitely their weakness, but at least they try to make everything look visually good. Like there's no, like I've said this before, I have not seen one particular moment where things look horrendously off model or horrendously bad in choreography. Like the choreography may be lacking, but it's not like, oh, it's a mess. It's just more like, oh, it could have been there, but it's not like just sloppy storyboarding and such, like the recent Jujutsu Kaisen episode, because of the fallout in production with that one. At least there's that. So I don't want to blame too much in that regard. That's like, it's just, I think in my honest opinion, that's what they chose to anyway. Like for the most part, less priority on the action until it gets to the bigger parts, like the bigger conflict. I do not think that part was considered one of the major conflict moments. But like when they get to, Amiya versus Frost Nova, or maybe Amiya versus the Pager, or whatever, then I'm probably they will emphasize on it. Will it be on the level of those big genres? Like, no, but it would still look beautiful, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, just not enough visual effects for sure. I mean, I can understand they don't want to make everything look so fancy schmancy. That's something I can give props to. But at least like they do need the extra juice, the extra punch to make the scenes more, make more of a statement. Now again, that's the only relevant weakness I think they have. Everything else seems pretty fine. Like even adaptation wise, even when they do skip content. I mean, yeah, this may be a case where they actually flunked up on that on content the most. But I mean, if they do skip that part with Amiya being able to reunite them entirely, that would be a big blunder. But I don't think that's gonna be. But I don't think they're gonna overlook this. Like it, because to the obvious viewer, like it would be kind of weird to just have Amiya show up after being told not to rendezvous, and then you have Frost Nova literally hot on your heels. But yeah, that's about it. I do think I think I may have touched upon as much as I could. Mephisto and Faust seem kind of a little bit more tight than I expected them to. Like I don't know if it's a case of where they just share the same ideals, or if it's just more of like one of them just, or Faust just does not want to just see someone just lose their mind and just do shit for no reason. Although it does feel like Mephisto and Falzer, Mephisto's group is kind of out of. Okay, I'm not gonna say out of our picture, but they're not gonna be too much. I don't think they're gonna be be continually meddling for the time being, because Mephisto's plan, brilliant plan failed. I mean, it was kind of, it could have worked, but it didn't. And so yeah, that's where we're at. I don't have anything else to say. I would, but every kid's Arknight. Every kid in Arknights has a fucked up backstory. Oh jeez. I'm pretty sure every particular character is going to have some sort of messed up backstory related to Organium and whatnot. That's a given. That's a given. We can understand that is something that is a given. But I'm just gonna end it here before the stream just kind of fizzles out. So smash the like button, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter, support the YouTube channel, join the Discord server, share the video around, all the good stuff. But yeah, that's gonna do it for Arknights today. The episode itself was just fine. I am okay if it messed up, because at the very least it didn't flub up entirely. It's just more like it's just kind of one of those episodes where like it didn't click as much as it would help. We will have these moments, but it's more like I think it's a I won't say I don't think the episode 2 was a fluke in action by any means. I know they can do better here. It's probably like something they decided they didn't decide to highlight as much of the action as they should. Something became cannibalism. Anyways, yeah, that's about it though. Real signing off, y'all. Thank you for coming. See you next time. Take care. Stay safe. Have a great day.